heard that nigga goddamn, some nigga, TWB type nigga, man?
Yeah, I heard that nigga, man.
The water boy, y'all
Yeah, I heard of that water boy ass nigga.
Yeah.
What that nigga talking about, man?
I don't know, man, but I'm about to go get that nigga, man. You know what I mean? He talking about haters this, haters that. I'm a hater, man, so we're gonna handle that.
Fuck it, let's hit on that nigga then.
Fuck that nigga,
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit on that nigga then. TWB what?
Yeah.
TWB who? That nigga supposed to be the heart of the city, ain't it?
Yeah, what you say, man?
Heart of what city?
I don't fucking know.
Not this city.
Nah, hell, my heart is
We been a heart of this bitch. What the blood brothers at? Ain't you supposed to use the blood brothers?
TWB, man. Haters out here lurking, man. So if you grind, nigga, grind harder. Grind smarter. Make them mad, nigga. But don't be looking like no hater, dog. I'm watching. Let's get it, nigga.
Big Serg on the track.
Boy, you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. Hater, hater, hater. Boy, you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. Hater, hater. You ain't getting paper. You ain't getting paper. Not now, not later. You ain't getting paper. Not now, not later. You ain't getting paper. Not now, not later. Boy, you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. You look like you sound like a hater. Fuck boys always talking about they getting paper. They minds up and down like an elevator. Y'all try to play you now, then trick you later. These boys really ain't about they dough. They worrying about the current hoe that's putting on the old show. You niggas ain't about that green. You niggas started thinking like they 13. Things ain't always what it seems. These boys scared of that green. They'll jump on records and sell you a dream. But I've been a go-getter, trendsetter. Man, this shit is in my bloodline. I'm down if I ain't getting mine. And if I ain't getting mine, you know I'm out there trying. Go ahead and carve it in stone. TWB about money, so I'm always in the zone. But you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. Hater, hater, hater. Boy, you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. Hater, hater. You ain't getting paper. You ain't getting paper. Not now, not later. You ain't getting paper. Not now, not later. You ain't getting paper. Not now, not later. Boy, you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. See, I ain't even gonna tell a lie. No. Most of these boys grind just to get fly. No. Some of these boys hustle just to get high. Yeah. Then be hating on a nigga when they barely getting by. Yeah. Sound more like customers. Yeah. The average nigga out here ain't no hustler. No. They consuming more than they selling. And they eyes always telling. Yeah. And they say they getting it in. Hell yeah, nigga, you getting it in. Yeah. I see that white on your chin. Nigga, how much did you spend? Okay. Well, another nigga got what you quit to throw up. Yeah. But you the one hurting cause you didn't re-up. Yeah. But that's a dummy fuck up. Yeah. That's what I said. Because never in my life have I met a dumb crackhead. No. But I met a dumb nigga that pop pills. Pop one, not a nigga Philly real. But you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. Hater, hater, hater. Boy, you look like you sound like a motherfucking hater. Hater, hater. You ain't getting paid.